Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I am going to be doing something a little different. I love V-split tumblers, and I've done a lot of them lately, and I want to do a V-split tumbler in a completely different way. The cold weather is finally breaking. It's about 70 degrees here today, and I am loving it. I want to go to the beach so badly. I can't make it to the beach, but I can make a beach tumbler. So I want to do a V-split beach tumbler. So this is going to look a lot different than my regular V-split tumblers, but I'm still going to do the same method. It's going to be really fun. So I have a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler here, and what I went ahead and did off camera was spray painted it white from Rust-Oleum, and I don't know if you can really tell, but I added a coat of epoxy. Now I did this, just one thin little coat, because I want to add some painter's tape, and I don't know what it is about Rust-Oleum lately, but I still love their sealant, like the clear sealant spray, but their paints, like, they don't dry. I don't know, like, it's weird, like, they stay tacky. And I knew that if I put tape over them, when I removed the tape, it was going to pull the paint up, and it was just going to be a mess. So, but it's, like, tacky to the touch, so I put a coat of epoxy over it, and now it's fine. So I've got my white epoxy tumbler, I've got my painter's tape, and I have two Marabou Easy Marbles. This one is dark ultramarine, and this one is aqua green. I'm pretty sure these are the same two that I used in the beach tumbler that I made for myself a couple months ago. They just look really good, and they work really well together. So let's get started. So I'm going to take my painter's tape, and this is why I say that I'm kind of doing like the same method, because I am going to make my V. Let me lay this down on my cup cradle here that I got from Bama Cups. And that's just going to help me keep it straight and give you guys a better angle to see. So I'm thinking I want my V to be kind of wide, because I am going to put a decal there later. This part of the process is really just like a personal preference. Do you want it to be, you know, super skinny? Do you want it to be wide? However you want it to be. Just try to make sure that your V is centered. Like the point of the V is centered and it looks good, which it does. I have not checked that before, and then when I go to put my glitter down or my paint or whatever I decide to do, it's really super crooked and it doesn't look good. See, look at that. I missed some spots down there with my epoxy, and the paint took it right, or the painter's tape took the paint right up. So that would have just been a big nasty mess. Okay, here's where it's going to get a little different. Alright, I actually took the tape off and redid it because I wanted it to be a little skinnier. So now I am going to take some more painter's tape and start filling in this V right here, because my next step is going to be using those Marabou Easy Marbles, and I don't want any of that paint to get on this particular spot of the tumbler. So now that that is all taped up, it is time to move on to the Hydro Dip. Alright, so I told y'all in the past to not judge my Hydro Dip bucket, because I've been using the same bucket since I started making tumblers over 2 years ago. So it's been through a lot. So I just have it filled up with some water from my garden hose. I've taken my Easy Marbles and I've shook them up really good. And I'm just going to start with the darker one, which is the dark ultramarine. And I am just letting it drip down into the water. Now I'm going to come in with the aqua green and do the same thing. I'm just shaking it, letting it fall into the water. Now I'm going in with a large popsicle stick and just kind of giving that paint a swirl to give it a more of a design, I guess, to say it correctly. And at this point, if you see like, oh, you know, you want to add a little bit more of the dark, or you want a little bit more of the light, you can do that. I just added a little bit more dark. I'm going to swirl that around with the rest of it. And once I am satisfied, which I'm almost there we go. I'm going to take my tumbler, put it in at an angle, and kind of swirl as I go down. Try to make sure I get to the rim, shake, and come up rather quickly. And now this is the design that I have. Now I'm going to go in with a paper towel and just very, very lightly, just like the weight of my hand coming down on the tumbler, take that paper towel and dab, dab, dab those water spots off so it doesn't dry looking like kind of splotchy in some areas. And now I'm going to immediately take all of this tape off. Now that this is done and this is dry, I am going to put some Mod Podge over everything that's left white and go in with a gorgeous glitter from the glitter grind called Tan Lines. I feel like that's pretty appropriate. So now the next thing you want to do is to seal the entire thing with 2x Rust-Oleum Clear or whatever clear sealant that you use. Just make sure that you also seal the Marabou Easy marbles because these marbles are oil-based paints. So if you don't seal them with something like Mod Podge or a clear sealant of some sort, the epoxy is going to repel, you're going to have some major fish eyes, and it's not going to look good. So I'm going to seal just the entire thing with 2x Rust-Oleum Clear, pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups, add a couple coats of epoxy, and then I will come back to show y'all the next step. Alright, so it's the next day, there's a coat of epoxy over it. It is pretty daggone smooth for the most part, but I'm going to go ahead and take my 80 grit sanding block from Amazon and just give it a light sanding all over the glittered section. I'm also going to take my Dremel and go around the top of this to just expose the tiniest bit of stainless steel so the next coats of epoxy will have something to grip onto. Okay, so now it is time for the decals. For this area through here, I cut 0.02 inches wide by 11 inches tall. And this is so satisfying to me. I think this is my favorite part about creating V-split tumblers is this part here, adding the lines. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it is so satisfying. Now I'm just coming through with my scissors and I'm kind of pointing them at an angle to get the top of this off just below the lip where you can't really tell that there's a gap, but there is just the tiniest little gap so the epoxy will grip correctly. And pretty much the same thing down at the bottom because I do get a lot of trouble with my vinyl lifting. So I cut just the tiniest little bit, you can't even really tell. So the next decal is going to go right here on the sand, and it is this adorable decal that I got from Creative Fabrica. And before I actually put the decal on the tumbler, let me give a very quick rundown of Creative Fabrica so you guys can see how amazing they are. Creative Fabrica is my absolute favorite. It has been a lifesaver. So they decided to partner up with me, which I am so thankful for. And when you guys click on the link that I'm going to have in the description, you will get your first month for $1, which is awesome. And then after that, it's going to renew for $19 a month, which normally it is $29 a month. So that's a pretty awesome discount. You get complete access to everything they have to offer. And guys, they've got a ton. They've got fonts and images and backgrounds and just the whole 9 yards, everything that you need to create your perfect tumbler. And I think my favorite part about it all is that everything you download is going to have a commercial use license. So that gives me a major peace of mind to know that I'm not like accidentally doing something illegal. So everything that you download is going to have a commercial use license. And if for some reason, the very off chance that you do not like it, you can get out for nothing. Like you don't have to pay a fee. There's no obligation. You can cancel whenever you want. And I mean, it's got pretty close to a 5-star review. So lots of amazing reviews. It is awesome. Guys, I absolutely love Creative Fabrica and I think that you will too. So I'm going to lay down my transfer tape. Make sure everything is sticking really, really good with my squeegee. I'm going to put my tumbler down here on my cup cradle from Bama Cups so I can make sure that it is laying straight and it's not going to roll off on me. And I don't think I want to put it in the middle. I think I want it to be a little more up top. Like so. Cute. Alright y'all, so now I'm just going to add a couple coats of epoxy to this and then I will come back to show y'all the finished result. Alright you guys, after some epoxy, I think it is so cute. It's very different and I like that. I will probably be adding one more coat of epoxy, but other than that, it's done, and I just think it's absolutely adorable. Before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and this one has an anonymous author, but I just think it is such a cute and nice little quote. It is, "Let your unique awesomeness and positive energy inspire confidence in others." That is all I have for y'all today. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and of course, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!